Okay. Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
Ella?
Ella. I'm Brian as usual. We're up pretty early in the morning on a kind of chilly day. We're headed down to the market in Eronga. This will be the first time you've gone down there, right?
Yeah. I was just passing by.
But you were in Mexico quite a bit. You've been traveling. How long?
Yeah. For 4 months, about.
Okay, so you got the idea. Well, Eronga is a pretty special little town, and this is Tuesday, market day, when people come from all over the municipio to sell and buy stuff. But today we're focused mainly on food. Because you like food.
Yes,
you like
a
food.
lot.
Yeah, I don't care about food most of the time, but I care about its role in society. So we just finished yesterday making a big spreadsheet of all the ingredients we could possibly use in the bosque, thinking about what we want to use and not want to use. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to go look for like fruits we've never tried. Also, you're a vegetarian, yeah?
Yep.
So we want to figure out how to be vegetarian in Eronga as well. It'll be a fun day.
That would
You ready?
be interesting. Yeah.
Now we're going to walk. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yep. Okay,
I'm
great.
excited.
It's an hour to walk, and I don't feel like taking the van, so that's what we're going to do.
What are these trees?
These are actually baby avocado trees, and they have these little white hats on them, and that's to protect from hail, and also probably from frost, because you know the hail could like rip the leaves off and things. And after they're about 2-3 years old, they won't need those anymore. This was a pine forest right here, but that pines all got cut down to put in avocados, which is very popular around here. So, green gold. One of the things, of course, we think about when we talk about food is meat, and whether we should eat it or not, and how it's produced. I actually think that in Eronga here, the meat is not so bad to eat as other places, because this is how the cows live. They're just hanging out, looking at me. I don't know what they're thinking. It makes me nervous a little bit. Little baby cow over there. So these cows spend their life just walking around eating the forest plants, and then they have one bad day at the end. So if you're going to eat beef, I think it's kind of okay. There's a good butcher down in town, and so even though the Bosque diet is all vegetarian, you can actually buy some meat in town and eat it. Liver in particular is a good choice because it's extremely rich in nutrients. Also, it is about a third the cost of beef. Hi, cows. So apparently Mayhem is coming with us. She was not invited. In fact, I told her not to come with us, but she does not care. She's a happy little dog who's going to do whatever the hell she wants. But she's not a bad dog. She won't cause any trouble, I hope. And what did you just ask me?
I asked you about this place.
Right. There's something else. Forget it. So we went through Yotatiro. Things are pretty quiet this time in the morning. And we're going to go on a nice trail here down to town. The reason I like this route is because it's off the road, so you don't have to deal with cars or anything, and it's kind of pretty. You a good walker?
Yeah.
Good. I think that's the only reason I'm going to town with you on foot, because I get really frustrated if I walk with people and they walk really slow. So
That's not my problem.
yeah, so don't try and go on a walk with me if you're slow. It just get frustrating.
So, do these avocado trees grow really big, or do you need to cut them to keep them short?
These avocado trees actually grow quite large, and they provide a lot of shade. It takes them a lot of years to get there. The ones you see behind me here are medium-sized, and they'll get a lot bigger. We'll take a look at one of those. We'll probably pass by one. One of my concerns about avocado trees is that they're grown as monoculture, and so I'd like to see options for figuring out how we can grow them with other stuff. For example, you saw in Guatemala that they were doing what?
With corn.
With corn?
No, sorry, with coffee.
Coffee, right. And of course coffee is a valuable crop. I was actually thinking that I want to experiment more with like having other things grow with avocados, perhaps even protecting the base of the tree and growing rabbits in with them. So the rabbits are then fertilizing the avocado trees. The problem is I think that would not be acceptable for export for health reasons, even though it would be just fine in reality.
Is this working?
Oh, the railroad tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trains will come by. You'll hear them at night. Like often 3 in the morning, you'll hear a sound of a train out there. As we walk down here, we get to the railroad tracks and we jog to the right a little bit by some white fence posts, and we'll continue on the trail there. If we were to continue straight down, we would end up connecting with the road, and we'd have to walk on the road.
So these rails are going to the north?
Yeah. There's a pretty big train system in Mexico. In this case, I think it's things coming from the port of Lázaro Cárdenas, going all the way up to Kansas City in the United States. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about putting customs even up there. So the containers come from China on big boats, Lázaro Cárdenas, on the train, all the way up there, and then they go through customs in the United States.
Okay.
What's this?
Nopal.
Nopal. That's right. It's a kind of cactus. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What'd you think?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Interesting. I would say interesting because it's kind of slimy, which is weird. But it's cheap. It grows here without any irrigation. And so you'll see like ladies coming up and down this road and they'll cut off a piece and they'll go home and eat it. I'd like to eat more of it. I have a lot of it planted in the bosque because it's essentially free food and it's called a superfood. It's got lots of good nutrients and stuff.
Yeah.
I want us to try and think about how we can cut the goo, the sliminess. I know
Actually, you can put it also to, for example, tortillas or to bread. It has a lot of fiber.
Right.
And then it kind of gets this green color, which is really cool.
You mean like dry it and make flour and...
Yeah, I don't know how it's done. We should...
Well, I have the solar dehydrator, so
yeah.
I think it's time for some food science. So today we're using this camera to record. You'll notice a lot of really wide-angle shots. It's a very lightweight Canon camera. It's a Vixia Mini X. Fantastically strange little camera. It doesn't replace my other cameras because there's no flash, but the form of it makes it really easy to record yourself. So the form of it makes it really easy to record yourself. See that? And I can also flip the screen this way to record somebody else. A lot of these videos now, we're making these by just passing the camera back and forth. And anytime somebody says something interesting, we just say rewind, boom, and record that. It sounds natural because it is. And another advantage of this camera is it has 2 great mics on it. So for recording performances and things, it's awesome. That's about it. It has a bunch of other features, but those are the main advantages. So this camera has actually really changed the way I can record the entire Bosque experience. The first person that came down after I got it, well, she actually brought it down to me, went ahead and bought her own camera because she was so impressed with this camera. She's a musician, so it's a very handy tool for her. Okay, so there's like this dog, and many times when I've been walking here in Mexico, you can just see these dogs who seem kind of aggressive, like that. So it can be a bit scary. So like how to deal with those? Well, I have some thoughts on that actually, because I've walked around a lot and there are a lot of scary dogs. Now, some people are more scared of dogs than I am, but sometimes I get scared because they're vicious. What you can do is kneel down and pretend you're picking up a rock, and you don't have to have a rock there, and then they think you're gonna throw a rock at them, so they run away. That works a lot of the time. The other thing is I've thought about carrying around a tripod when I'm traveling, and it actually can use it as a weapon, and that could be against dogs or any other threat. I haven't had a big enough problem where I've needed to have that, but I have had some dogs like, snarling right at me. It's very scary. These dogs won't be a problem. I think most of the dogs are just guard dogs, which means that they won't attack, they will just bark. But it can be a bit scary. Yeah.
Luckily we have Mayhem.
Yeah. Mayhem, you're so strong. Well, she's so friendly, too. Hi. You gonna bark at me or be friendly? I'm a friendly guy. Goodbye. Goodbye, happy dog. Another great thing about the nopal trees, or nopal plants, is that they're extremely easy to reproduce. So all you have to do is take a leaf of one, a pad, and toss it on some bare dirt, and it will put out roots and grow a whole new plant. Can't get much easier than that. Also, during part of the year, they have a fruit on them called a tuna. Not the fish, but a tuna, and different kinds of nopals. They're the Opuntia species of cactus. They have different kinds of fruits. Some of them are more bitter, some of them are sweet, some of them are really super red. I have 4 kinds of nopals right now, and I'd like to collect all the kinds there are. I don't know how many kinds there are, but I want them all.
Did you know that there's a nopal in Mexican flag? There's the eagle who's sitting on it.
So do you know how they make bricks?
No.
Well, I'll show you. What they do is they take the dirt that's around here and they put it into a big oven. They form them into brick shapes, and they put them in a big oven and they fire them. That's how we get bricks. And it's a very common industry in Eronga. There's probably, I don't know, 20 brick makers at least. I thought about setting up as an activity. You want to make bricks?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Might be tiring after a while. Of course, you have to burn something to make the bricks, so that's kind of a flaw. It'd be really cool if we could make a solar brick oven.
Yeah.
But we'll see if my oven I'm making can do that or not. But yeah, that'd be a good activity.
Yeah.
Making bricks. The other option is adobe, in which case you don't use any heat. You just use some water to form them. But those are thicker. They're a nice material. But like right up here, we're coming up on a house that's made with bricks. So I guess I just kind of got to make a decision, bricks or adobe. Which do you like better?
Adobe is kind of pretty. Like, at least this looks nice, kind of ugly. But bricks more stronger, no?
I guess bricks might be stronger, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
City. It's really noisy and there are lots of cars everywhere, so I'm not totally used to it living where I do, but there's a lot of fun stuff here, so let's do some exploring. We'll focus on food. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Alright, let's eat. So this is the biggest store in Eronga. It's Mini Super Eronga. It's on the salida of Pátzcuaro, and it's certainly not that big, but it's the biggest one.
Impressive.
Let's take a look and see if there's anything we want in there. So this is the bank in Eronga, but there is no cash machine. So you should always go and get cash in Pátzcuaro or some city before you come to this area.
What are these things?
I think those are eggshells that have been filled with confetti, so you can throw them at people for Carnival. Let's get some. They're only 2 pesos for 3 of them. I've got huevos. Man, let's go, let's go, let's go. So the Eronga Church has attached to it a seminary where people go learn how to be priests. It's got a really nice kind of park-like atmosphere back there, and they have some pigs and some sheep and turkeys and things. It's also good to know that there are bathrooms here. For 3 pesos, you can get your needs met.
That's a really pretty cross. Do you know what all this means?
Well, I don't totally. I think these are supposed to be the nails that were put in Jesus' hands and feet. These are dice here, which could be a reference to like gambling at the feet of Jesus for something. I think they did that. You've got 2 faces down here. I don't know what that symbolizes. You've got a ladder. Maybe that's like going up to heaven or something. Up there in the middle, you've got a fish, which of course is a common Christian symbol. The dove at the top could be the Holy Spirit, I suppose. You've got a moon. That probably symbolizes a moon. You've got a key to salvation. I don't know. And then up here on the other side, you've got a little circle of, what I think is a circle of thorns that go on Jesus' head. Jesus had some trouble with some issues, I guess. Anyway, I made copies of this cross and put them in the Bosque. So when you see crosses in different videos, or if you come visit, then this is the cross that you're seeing in a smaller version. So the Eronga Plaza has lots of really nice trees, has some palms and some ash trees. I've come down here and collected seeds, so now I have the palms and other trees. I think this is a laurel tree. So this is Lázaro Cárdenas, one of the most famous presidents in Mexican history. I think he was famous for nationalizing the oil industry, and he actually came from Michoacan. He had his house over in Pátzcuaro, a really big place that is now a UN center called CRAFAL. It's a UN training center. Now, before there was a road to Eronga, he used to come over on a boat with his mistresses and party in the building behind me here.
¿Va a estar bien?
Hoy va a estar bueno. Con cebolla.
So here we can get orange juice in the morning, or also you can get carrot juice or celery juice. Most people mix the two. Like you get orange juice and celery juice, what she's going to get. Or you could get orange juice and, well, I'm just going to get orange juice. I like orange juice.
Corn flour. make tortillas of the bread.
So that was 16 pesos for those drinks. How's yours?
Really good.
Great, and yours was what?
Celery and orange juice.
Celery and orange juice. That sounds very healthy.
Do you have a favorite Mexican food?
Well, I think tortas, because they're so convenient. I really like tortas a lot. They're like a sandwich. But I guess what really impresses me here in Michoacan is that there's so many different fruits and vegetables that you can just eat really healthy all the time. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, enchiladas, chiles rellenos, there's a lot of good types of Mexican food. How about you?
Bean tamales. They're like this corn dough, which inside they have beans, and then they are in a banana leaf or a corn leaf, and they are like I don't know how to say it. Like they're not boiled, but in the steamed, no? Steamed.
So along the side of the plaza here, every day they sell lots and lots of gorditas, which are like tortilla dough, and then it's fried with different stuff inside of it. Let's go take a look. Of course, tacos are very popular for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. So here we've got a little stand that sells fruit cups, cantaloupe and watermelon, that kind of stuff. And you can get mangoes on a stick and peanuts. So the tostadas here are 7 pesos. There's ceviche pescado, ceviche of fish, and carne apache de res, which is a kind of a dried meat, I think. And then you can get cocktails, un cocktail, of Cameroon, pulpo or ostron, which is shrimp, octopus, or oyster. So you've got 30 pesos for these, 60 pesos for a bigger one, and 90 pesos for a really big one. I'm just going to get some tostadas. Gracias, señor.
I think tostadas are impossible to eat without messing.
So these little fish here are 70 for a kilo if they're fresh. These are chorales, I think. And then if they're breaded, then they're 20 pesos for a little bag. What do you think?
Interesting.
I thought you said you were a vegetarian.
Yeah, I mostly am, but when it comes to vitamins, so sometimes I eat fish, mostly when I fish it myself, because I feel that I rather get all the vitamins naturally than from a can.
Well, that makes sense. Also, we're kind of on a food adventure today, so you know, we gotta try stuff. So these fruit cups are all 5 pesos, 5 pesos. Y los de fresas?
10.
10 in 10 for the strawberry things. So many fruits and veggies. Lots of avocados because they're in season right now.
Also, people who don't eat milk, or yeah, because
For
you can.
these?
Yeah, you can have paletas with only with milk or without milk. With
Oh, that's
butter.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
This is El Brazo Fuerte behind me. El Brazo Fuerte, the strong arm, I think. And it's a good place to buy some wines or things like that. A good general purpose store. So this over here is a street being dug up to put in a sewer pipe. Of course, being a proponent of composting toilets, I think all of this work is completely unnecessary. Especially, why are the pipes under streets? I mean, then you have to dig up your street to change your pipe, and your pipe will break, and your pipe runs next to the freshwater pipes, and then your shit's contaminating the fresh water. A terrible plan. And people do this all over the world. It's the civilized thing to do. So, ¿qué tienes?
Arroz, chiles, cebollas, 2 salsas diferentes, all for 75. It's together.
Tasty. Gracias.
Sí.
This is Restaurante La Pergola. Restaurante La Pergola. Restaurante La Pergola. I think I'll have a coffee here. So those cows we saw earlier up in Yotatiro have a great life. They go and get slaughtered, and they come right from the slaughterhouse to a carniceria like this. It's a muy buen lugar, no? He has the biggest refrigerator of anybody, and nice clean place. Mole gordita.
Frijoles y nopal. So beans and nopal. Lips also.
So you can get your gordita fried or not fried. So those quesadillas are 12 and 13 pesos each. So, how'd you get wet, honey? Look what I got. Look what I got. Mmm, yummy. This one's for you. It's chicken. Oh, there you go. Happy dog. There we go. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. Yummy, yum, yum. Crazy. So now we're down here at the docks, take a little break from town, and there's little stands that sell stuff, and there's a canal down here that goes out to the lake. What did you think of Eronga?
It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect size, not too big, friendly people, good food. So, how is this island called?
That's the island of Janitzio, And you can get there by going to Pátzcuaro and then taking a boat out there. There's a big sculpture at the top and lots of touristy stuff. It's very, very touristy. If you don't like touristy stuff, don't go there and whine about it, you know, just accept it for what it is. And actually, I just went out to Janitzio again, and with a friend, and we even stayed the night at one of the hotels. There's 2 hotels, and wasn't much going on at night, but it was kind of a nice spot to check out.
Woo! Woo!
So I like it down at the docks. It's kind of peaceful. It's a nice break if you come to Eronga to walk down here and hang out for a bit. There's guys fishing down here. People show up in canoes from the islands, and they harvest lake reeds and then sell them to people to make baskets and stuff like that. Lately they've been digging canals down here, kind of like Chinampas, which Tenochtitlan, the Mexico City, used to be this series of canals. It's not floating islands like some people say, it's a bunch of canals. And they still have some in Xochimilco in the south part of the city. Well, I noticed here in Eronga they've been carving out these canals because the lake has gone down, and what that results in is a lot of edge between the land and the water. It's great for agriculture. So it's a fairly new project. They've been doing it for maybe 4 years now. In my dreams, I would love to talk to the government and see if I can have my own Chinampas things, maybe some islands, and I would pay, or the Bosque would pay for the digging out of the places. And then I could do some agricultural experiments down here that I can't do up in the Bosque. Because of course, being in the lake bed, it's got lots more water. So we could perhaps grow really good bamboos that would be useful, lots of bamboo. Perhaps rabbit farming on an island, and grow all kinds of other plants. It's be a very ambitious project, but sometimes dreams come true, so we'll see.
Yeah, that would be really crazy. Pretty cool.
As they dig out those canals down here for Chinampas, you can see them. You can see their progress on Google Earth. Actually, as people come down to the Bosque for permaculture training, they could do their design projects on making a series of Chinampas. Design what they would plant, where, and how it would be a viable space. I like taking people down here and show them Eronga. Kind of trying to develop this idea of deep travel, you know, ways of traveling to somewhere and having more activities and involvements, ways you can produce things. So in Eronga, I've got set up the folks who do pottery. I've got them set up to have students now, and the folks who do weaving. There's a knife making class that some people went to some years back with a guy who makes swords even. What else? I want to find somebody who can teach people how to fish down here. That'd be neat. And there's a blackwater treatment plant that we could tour. Some people interested in waste management systems, and that particular blackwater treatment plant uses plants to do it. So the water goes through a series of swamps and gets cleaned out. Yeah, deep travel. Getting people to really know a place and experience it rather than just going and looking at something.
Let's see what else. Or something.
I want to have these kind of like these, there's all these toys down here for kids. I want to have those for adults too. I mean, I want to have a space for kids too, but you know, it seems like a fun thing to have around. And you were telling me what?
In Finland, there's like these adults parks, which are kind of like this, but for adults, where you can practice different things. They are also called like parkour parks. So, yeah, it's really cool. It's really fun.
Excellent.
So, like, I think like balancing things are really nice. Different size, different height. and then things you can climb and where you can hang from. That's cool.
I'm always worried about safety and stuff like that, though. Like, I don't want anybody getting hurt in the bosque.
I think you can get hurt anywhere, but especially this kind of stuff, it's not normally so dangerous.
Well, I guess I could get insurance or something and build a graveyard. But I mean, the truth is that fun is dangerous. I mean, to have fun, to live, is a potentially fatal experience. And certainly we get bumps all the time, and as kids we fall down, and that's how we learn. So I guess we should keep doing it when we're adults. All right, so everything we see we want to evaluate and learn from. This is a wood-fired oven down here at the Eronga docks, and let's take a look. It looks like it has a barrel, full-size barrel here. There's a lot of space down at the bottom that isn't being used. That's a little odd. I think it's because they had to cut the door up at this level, so it had a spot for a hinge. That's nice that the door is supported by a little prong here. 2 levels here, that's not too bad. A lot of space. Some welding is involved with this, but that's okay. Down below here is where the firebox is. So you can see in here a pretty big fire area. You could toss the wood in there. And then below that is an area for the ashes. That's not a bad design at all. All of that's placed with, it looks like a dirt or cob stuff, and then they put concrete above that to probably protect it from rain. The fire is completely under the barrel. That's not bad. And then the chimney goes out the back. Overall, seems like a very good design. Well, we've been in Pátzcuaro most of the day.
Yeah.
You did pretty good. You didn't get tired or cranky. That's good. Neither did I.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah, we saw lots of stuff, and the dog had a good time. Do you need anything else from town?
I don't think so.
Okay. We bought some mole. We got some corn flour to make tortillas with, and ate some food. And so, yeah,
good food. Let's
head back home. We'll look for probably a taxi because I feel a little lazy, and we'll find a taxi that the dog can go in. So we're taking a taxi back from Eronga to Yotatiro, and we'll walk in from there. I lost my pen, which disturbs me greatly because I like to take notes of things to remember. And the pants I'm wearing are actually new pants, and the pocket got a hole in it, and the pen probably fell through that. That's pretty annoying. I need to look for like clothing that can handle my lifestyle. This is the first time I've even worn these pants, so they didn't even last a day. That is really bad. All right, so we made it back to the forest, and there's been a death. Sebastian, what did you do? What happened? Who's this over here? Is this your new friend? Your friend looks dead. How'd that happen? Is that your friend? Huh. Well, good job, I guess. I don't know what to think. These squirrels do eat the quince. So they eat my quince fruits. The first year I planted quince, I had some fruits. The second year I had some fruits, and then I've had no fruit since then. So this squirrel is a food thief.
Yeah.
The
dogs get food, but I'm not sure if he's really going to eat him. So
yeah, I don't know what's
that's
going to
kind
happen.
of sad.
Did you just kill that squirrel for no reason? You got to eat what you kill. You understand that, right? Do you understand anything? No. He's never been the brightest dog, but I guess it's okay. I mean, it's the first time I've seen him kill a squirrel ever, any dog, in 12 years. So I wish they would kill pocket gophers. We could eat the squirrel. I don't want to eat the squirrel. I think I'm just going to leave it there and let nature take its course. So we're back in the Bosque.
Yeah, feels good.
It
Fresh
is
air.
nice. And no cars are going to run us over.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
quiet.
But you liked Eronga.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was like a nice community. Beautiful.
Yeah. You tired?
Yeah, I'm tired.
And it wasn't that long a day. I mean, we left at 9 or so. It's now 4 probably. But it is a lot of action and activity. And,
Yeah.
And here in the forest, things are quiet. Birds and stuff.
Yeah, you can hear the birds.
We didn't record ourselves buying food, the veggies. So maybe we'll record that another time. But we bought fruits and veggies. We have somebody coming in tomorrow arriving who's been here before. We'll do some more food experiments. But overall, I think we had a pretty successful day.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
We also had lots of conversations we didn't record, which I enjoyed and I thank you for.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot together, I think. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming along with us. Comment and share this video if you like. And we'll keep doing this crazy experiment. I hate it when people say like and share this video. It's annoying. I mean, obviously people want you to like and share this video. So I could say it again. No, I won't say it. I won't say it. I won't say it. Goodbye.
Like and share this video!
Someone else can say it.